Hello and welcome back to Against the Storm. Starting a new cycle here, and there is a new patch with the fifth playable species, foxes. I think we're going to go ahead and kick it off right here in the Royal Woodlands. And even though I love getting some beavers, I think we'll start with the foxes because that's the new patch. So, a couple other changes with the mechanics with this new patch. One is they introduced like a hunger system. So instead of just people getting angry and angrier, they'll actually start dying when they're not fed. And foxes are very susceptible to that. However, there are some other benefits to foxes, like they do better in um, the hearth. They keep the like discovering new glades, the hostility generated from that. They keep that lower. Um, they apparently get some benefit with working in buildings that are utilizing the rainwater. So that's another thing. Um, I've never actually used this mechanic of attacking a trader. Yeah, but so foxes have some pros and cons. I think we'll see, but I think on paper it looks like they've done a fair job balancing it. Um, let's take a look here at what we got. So reputation doesn't lower impatience. Okay. So that's a big oof because we almost always save ourselves by knocking down the impatience. So interesting. But that's only, if I'm reading this correctly, that's only in the storm. So if we keep our reputation gain outside of the storm, which typically it is because the storm has negative rep penalties, uh, that shouldn't affect us, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Stuff burns quicker. I frequently forget to burn stuff in there anyway, so I guess it really doesn't matter. Um, Consuming more food on break, and it gets worse with hunger, and then people die if we don't have services. So I guess here's to hoping that will not be an issue. Hey, look at that. He's got a glow around him. All right, we'll get started here and see where it takes us. They do need housing. Just take a quick look here. Yes, we got pickled goods, brawling, porridge. That's a new recipe. Um, Skewers, treatment. That's a new thing as well. We'll see how that goes. All right. Let's get the paths built. What is that icon down here? Oh, that's interesting. So, can the foxes like see stuff, or is that something new they just added? I am not sure. All right, well, let's go ahead and build a couple little things here. I think the trapper's camp would be a good idea. Let's rotate it towards the item. And then we will get our stonecutter's camp up and running over here. I'm actually going to put it down here, even though it's further away. And then I'd like to get trading post built. And then let's get some housing. Just regular housing for now. We'll slap it right here in the center, although we'll get something better later on. And then, of course, we need our woodcutters camps. I think we'll start down in this direction because there's a lot of different glades over here. Plus, we need to expand to be able to build some of our construction buildings. So we can start there. I think that is perfectly fine. Bump the priority on these to make sure they get done quicker. And then take a little gander at what we got. So the porridge recipe, tea recipe, feel like there could be vegetables and roots. There's not grain, or at least according to the natural resources listed there. Well, let's get a tea house because we're starting with foxes. So the beanery, that is a new building, the 3-star porridge. I could use this to make crystallized dew, and then down the road make something else with it. I am all about making the planks. We could start with that. It'd be really nice to get that up and running right away. I don't know if we have the materials. We do not. I am gonna have to build what you call it, crude workstation, At least to get some stuff up and running with fabric and whatnot. Don't really want to make those pipes. Okay, so we got our first initial buildings. We'll indicate our first chops here. Yeah, let's go ahead and unpause. Get everything started. Foxes are very connected with nature, so it's probably very emotionally bad for them to be chopping all these trees down, but that's all right. We're probably not gonna be producing too much grain. I don't know if we're gonna have a lot of mushrooms. They are on the map. This could be really good as a starting one, presuming we actually see mushrooms. I'll go ahead and take it just on the off chance we actually get some mushrooms. That could definitely make sure the food situation is all right. Ooh, they changed some of the icons. I like it. Okay, this is just chopping through stuff. And then I think we always grow stuff, so the packs could be good. All right, we'll just keep chopping there and pop through these glades. Definitely want to harvest any mushrooms that I find because of that change. Well, here we go. Little flax field. Got fertile soil right away. That's good. Looks like lizards are a thing. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Foxes are faster for these different glade events, so that's probably also a good thing. All right, we got some meat. We got some more fertile soil. That's a lot of fertile soil in relatively short order. I am just taking the amber. We do have to get these buildings built. Be nice to trim out the rest of this. So it looks like lizards are in the mix. And then it remains to be seen if beavers or humans are the other species in the group. Good, I'm glad they're building this building. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and just, well, I'm not, you know what? I'm not gonna take the foxes out yet until they get to the negative. I'm just gonna trim as many trees as I possibly can. There we go. Now they're in the negative. Let's go ahead and free them up. No mushrooms yet. It's a little unfortunate. We are creeping up on the fourth glade. Some housing is good. Glad that's getting done. All right, let's go ahead and look at what we got here. No, I don't want to do anything that has a trade-off. I don't really like that. Temporary. I'm gonna re-roll. Maybe this? Just reduce hostility? Feel like that could be good. All right, so it looks like it's lizards and harpies. That's an interesting interesting blend for us. No humans and no beavers. Those are usually our go-to. All right, let's put those guys in there. They can start ripping that apart. Let's see, incense for roots. This could be good if we find mushrooms, because it's every 2 mushrooms produced. If Fungal Guide bumps up the amount of mushrooms we're producing, that could also yield a lot of insects. I feel like that's probably worth trying to get. So I will go ahead and sell some stuff to try to pull that off. Little leery about selling anything too valuable, but we do have plant fiber on the map, and we are harvesting eggs right now. I'm gonna go ahead and pick that just on the off chance. I'm kind of doubling down on the mushroom thing, even though we haven't actually found any mushrooms yet. So that could hurt us if we don't end up finding anything, but just on the chance we do. All right, let's go ahead and put one of these down, even if we don't have anybody placed in there yet. I do want to get this done so we can get some fabric out there. I'm just going to cap this stuff at 10. All right, we should be able to get a... I'm going to start with a forester's hut, I think. We just have to deliver that, so that shouldn't be too terrible. Pop down a rain collector over here. I think they will turn off the resin. I only want crystallized dew being produced here. And this is higher priority. Like, as soon as fabric can get created, that would be ideal. Of course, we need somebody harvesting materials to make fabric. Let's go ahead and keep moving these guys closer to where they need to be. Less running back and forth would be good. I also have to trim out this area here, but I also need to get down here and start trimming out some of this stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put somebody in here. We're not going to get any buildings built while this is happening, but I'm going to take one of these guys out here and put him here, just so we get some harvesting of this. And then we should complete this exploration relatively soon. I will have to drop out in the storm. I'll have to drop some of these guys out of the woodcutter camps. So that's kind of why I'm focusing on that right now. Okay, we can go ahead and turn this in. It gives us some bricks. It does not give us fabric, which is a little unfortunate. I feel like we'll have 10 foxes. And at some point we'll get resolve up. Be nice to get a druid's hut, I guess. So I'm just kind of making my way around here. I need to clear out some spot for some additional housing. Alright, I could leave one woodcutter's camp going. Excuse me. Alright, good. We got something built here. I want to get people in here working on planks like yesterday. The sooner I get the planks, the better off we're going to be. Alright, we do get the option for another building here. I think a better herbalist camp. You know, berries are on the list. And so are mushrooms, but I haven't seen... I've seen berries. I haven't seen any mushrooms yet. I'm just not sure how valuable any of this is. I'll do the herb garden, because that could be good, depending on the situation. I need more people. I'll do spices. I need more people. Ask and ye shall receive, I guess. Alright, let's try to get into one more glade here. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter. Oh, this is driving me nuts. Some of these orders have a period at the end, and others don't. It's already driving me crazy. Alright, what do we got here? Still no mushrooms. It's very unfortunate. Carpenter would give us a route to get tools. So the tool shop. Kind of leaning towards the tool shop if I can swing it. I doubt I can. Well, maybe. We do have a ton of wood. Could just sell a bunch of this. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I think that's fine. I don't think we're actually going to do anything with this yet, but good to have. I need housing now. That's what needs to happen. All right, let's get this carved out. I don't want to tap into this glade yet, but I do want to carve this stuff out so I can start building some housing. So let's just focus on that for now. I just need more people. I could welcome people here. Running low on food, sort of. Let's get a fox out here. Put him in here. Do this. 15 mushrooms. It's kind of silly. I kind of want... I don't know. I need the people, I think. I mean, like, the amber's always nice, but I need to start putting people in these buildings. And I can't wait forever to do it. There we go. All right, I got people working in there. I got to get somebody going in here. Would be nice to get crystallized dew flowing. That'll give us herbs at some point. All right, drizzle water. Who uses drizzle water? Because I need to harvest more of it. Can anybody use drizzle water? Not yet. But you guys can't do water at all. Just production buildings. Okay, so tea house. Go ahead and get this built. Even if we're not doing anything with it right at this very second. A tool shop is going to help us. It's going to help us get tools. I don't need barrels yet. But it would be nice to get some tools up and running. You know what? Let's go ahead and leave somebody out of that so that we can get this built as well. All right, I think this is very doable. Let's go ahead and pick that. That's not going to happen anytime soon. It'd be nice, but it's just not going to happen. I'm not sure on this one, so I'm just going to wait. Yes. I know that one's definitely not happening, so I'm not too worried about that. It is good that we are going to be producing herbs, because over here, you want to trim out this area here so I can get some farm up and running. All right, we do need to get down at least a couple buildings here. Try to get those down, and then let's get some specific housing down. Well, I guess it's a good thing I'm finding a way to get crystallized dew, because we apparently need it for the fox housing. RP house would probably be good to get up and running as well, if we can squeeze it in somewhere. All right, it's going to get messy in this next storm. Definitely going to have to pull some people out. Moss broccoli, stormbird nest. Still no mushrooms. Very sad. We kind of doubled down on mushrooms and it's gonna hurt us. All right, let's take them out of there. Let's try to get as much of this stuff built up as we can while we're off season. All right, that did bring us to neighborhood level 2. Actually tempted to do something in there. Finding a lot of crystallized dew uses now. I'll take the barrels. I think ultimately we're gonna need that. Really got to get to a spot where we're tapping into some glades. Hey, the harpies are pretty happy. That's good. We're several cycles in now, so we really kind of have to get moving on some of that stuff. But if we are gonna tap into a glade, we should do it sooner than later, just because the glade events take time. Maybe we'll wait one more season, because we're kind of a little late into this now. But go to this one and maybe that one next if we can. Okay, Trader Zorg has arrived. Herb production would be nice. Probably a good idea. Don't really have a lot to sell. Can we get to 13? Want to be careful about selling too much resin because it's used in several glade events. Alright, I'll do that just to get the extra herbs. I really want to get the herbs up and running over here. Now, where's the best spot to put an herb garden? I think this is where it has to go, right? This will at least cover everything. Really? Focus on that, guys. You know what? I should make sure we are using some of this drizzle water. That would be good, because I need to kind of drain it out in order to fill it back up. Never mind. I actually need that much on me at all times. So I'm going to need an advanced rainwater facility to be able to do that. Yeah, this actually does not help me. I thought it was just collecting it. All right, so how do I go back here? There we go. I'll have to turn that off. They're getting pretty close to being in the positive there. Okay, we can get this built. Does this still get it? This still gets everything over here. Let's do that instead. I'm not gonna do that yet. Okay, I think we are in a pretty good shape in general over here. Don't want to tap into that glade. This glade's fine, but not this one. Let's wait until after the storm. All right, let's put somebody in here. I think I just want herbs and not roots. I'm going to take somebody out of here and just focus on that. We are running dangerously low on food. And that is not good, given that new food mechanic. I did use some rainwater, so that's good. Do I want a lizard to leave? If they leave, it's less food. I definitely need more fox housing. I'm gonna have to move you over there temporarily. Let's keep building that out. Oh, here we go. We definitely need somebody in here if we're running out of food. You come out of there. You go into here. I think we're gonna weather the storm without losing the lizard. I feel like that drained a lot slower. Okay. So we are through that. Now we gotta tap into this glade. This could this could be a thing that happens here. Sure. Just in case anybody leaves from starvation. It's probably not gonna be worth it. But it's possible that it will be. I do not want any more people right now because of the food shortage. Okay, so still no meaningful mushroom source, which is very unfortunate. You know what? I'll use the coal. This is fine. We can go ahead and remove some foxes so that this gets done quicker. And then what do we do next? Now that we are struggling with the food situation, I think we have to get a farm up and running at this point. There's vegetables over there, but not a lot. Could rebuild this ranch. Probably wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Oh, hey, is that a mushroom I see? That is mushrooms. Nice. All right, so we finally got some mushrooms on the map. That has to be done like yesterday. I'll take this. Gives me more people, but also it gives me a small amount of food. And if I can get this done, I could throw some in there and immediately hop to gathering the mushrooms. Put them in there. They seem to like that. And that could end up being a good thing. We'll see. All right, so for this, I think I just need to sell. These are nice. Let's just see how much we can get. I eventually have to start doing something here. Okay, so do I want more tools? Probably not going to harvest too many berries. And we have a way to make crystallized dew, so it's not the end of the world. Maybe we do this? Now the question is, can I get 4 more amber? Because I need it to turn in here. I think I can. All right, let's do that. Let's turn this order in. Gets us some essence, gets us 2 more villagers, some tools. All right, at this point, I just have to make packs of crops. I didn't realize delivering these was going to be such a chore. Let's hope we could figure something out here. I could produce mushrooms. That's probably not the worst thing. Like being able to actually produce mushrooms, given our situation and what bonuses we have. It's actually probably a good thing. We do have some housing being completed, which is always good. More fox housing would be great. We have a lot of foxes, so it would make sense to build more if we can. Let's also get some harpy housing up and running. Okay, can we get some people in here? And I think grain's fine. I really want to chop all these trees out, though. All right, they should be past the worst of this at this point. All right, that's good. We can start popping some of these glades open. I think I'd rather... I mean, the artifacts are nice, but I think right now I just need to keep progressing here. Yeah, let's go ahead and dump somebody in here and use some of this water. All right, how's the mushroom situation? We haven't doubled it yet. All right, does everybody have fox housing? No. All right, let's go ahead and pick our next ones. I don't know if we're gonna get 10 harpies. We'll go ahead and pick that. I don't know if we'll be able to do anything with that. All right, we have to use this, which is a doable thing. I will have to build a blight thing. This isn't gonna happen. I think I already have this, so I could just immediately turn that in. Should have waited on that, because turning in during a storm, this didn't progress. Did not think that through too much at all. And then I don't know if I even have ways to make this, so I think I'm just going to wait on picking that one. That was very silly to turn that in. All right, Trappers Camp, nothing nearby. That just means we need to move over here and start getting some of the meat. Stonecutters Camp, nothing nearby. Also means we have to move and start getting some of this other stuff. I think we definitely need to, well, pick our next building for starters. All right, 2-star biscuits could be good. And I think we have something that benefits with biscuits, so that could also be good. That being said, I think ale... Actually, do none of these people care about ale? I don't think any of them care about ale. Biscuits? Only one of them cares about biscuits. Interesting. All right, looks like we're going with the apothecary. What was that noise? Sounded like something ticked over. Oh, we ticked over to another building. Okay, so bathhouse for treatment. That could be good for the foxes. Religion and education. That could also be good for at least 2 of them. Treatment is also good, though. Let's do the temple. Can this be moved? We definitely need to start using up some of this water. But I'm also going to have to build a... I'll have to build a lot. But a blight post is probably very relevant given the circumstance. So I'll have to pop that down somewhere. Well, let's see how far this gets. We have a good tea recipe here, so I don't need it here. Actually, I should switch this over to herbs and not use up all my resin in case I need it for something else. This porridge recipe, I think we should limit that to like 60. And let's not worry about water skins right now. Okay, incense, limit that to 50. Biscuits, I think also limit that to 50. All right, I'm going to move these guys over here just because we're going to tap into the next glade. All right, what else can we do here? I kind of like the idea of getting a guaranteed blueprint. The granary could be good. So would a workshop. So would a way to make flour would be good as well. I kind of like the idea of a workshop. I'm gonna go with that just to guarantee I have something for production. Man, I would really like to move this, but apparently I cannot. Well, let's just pop the workshop down here. Extend this road out a little bit. Get somebody in there. Not so much for the planks, but for everything else. It's limited to 60 on everything. And then this can go away. Like, forever go away. Okay, Fox resolves up. We can go ahead and turn this in. That'll give us a druid hut that gives us coats, which is kind of nice. Cram that in there. It's not the best coats recipe, but it is a coats recipe. Oh, there we go. Some more mushrooms. I think we might only have 2, but the more we harvest, the more we stack. And I could use this for making mushrooms. All right, temporarily increased hostility. I can live with that. But all I get is some bricks and crystallized dew. So excavate probably is better. Because it just produces and gives us some money. I will definitely go with that. A better coat recipe. Packs of trade goods recipe. I think that's good. I like that. All right, let's get a smithy up and running then. Well, I'm probably going to want to build something over here, right? Because we're going to want to harvest up all this stuff. So let's build a warehouse over here. And then maybe we'll focus on chopping out some of this stuff. Getting these other mushrooms harvested. We still have 21 charges on this. We're almost, Fungal Guide's almost +1 now. All right, looks like we are holding our ground on the food side. Our resolve is going up per minute. Harpies still aren't super happy, but everybody else is pretty good. Clothing will help, I think, with that. So is there... We did get the ability to make a greenhouse. So I think building maybe 2 of those will just help us on the mushroom front. All right, I think we're through the worst of it at this point. I don't know if I want new people right now. Well, I'm going to need them for the greenhouse. All right, I am going to turn off herbs and just focus on mushrooms. And I think this counts. Limited to 500. I'm actually not sure, but we'll see what happens. Okay, mushroom produce every 25 times it's produced. I mean, we are producing 5 mushrooms each time, right? So is that counting? It does look like it's counting. That's jumping up very rapidly. All right, so that could be our food situation resolved in its entirety. Advanced rain collector's great. Pottery for glade, that's good. I don't think we need to sell anything right now. So actually, I can destroy this. He doesn't sell parts, does he? No. I would like to get more parts. All right, let's get an advanced rain collector up. Actually, that can go over here. I'm getting so thrown off by all this stuff. All right, let's put this down. All right, advanced rain collector. I'm assuming this will let us store more. Could be wrong. Probably I'm wrong, but we'll see. I do need a blight post. That is a thing that needs to exist. I kind of need to chop a little bit of this down, free up some space for that. All right, I think we're just gonna pop some more in here and just quadruple down on the mushroom production. Just try to knock this up to ridiculous amounts. And don't forget, we get insects for every 2 mushrooms. So both our insects and our mushrooms should be skyrocketing very, very shortly. Skewers and jerky. That could be good. It is nice to think about getting some sort of food recipe out there. All right, so this should bump mushroom production, I would imagine. Yep, see? Now it's +6. This is just gonna snowball, I imagine. All right, herbalist camp. You're just gonna come over here and add to the mushroom mania. It's finally paying off. Yeah, I don't think we need more than a couple people in here. The tank is bigger, so I should be able to actually deliver on this now. Get some harpy housing up. Oh, get that out of the way. Who is going to be next here? Glade wise, I think we're looking at maybe this glade over here. But let's get these guys out of here for now, if I can. It doesn't help. I thought it was gonna help. Harvester camp's got nothing nearby. Should have some harvesting going on. You know what? Let's pop down over here. Maybe we can get another storage warehouse over here. And then maybe we could chop in that direction next. What is going to make people happier? I need fabric. Incense would be good, but do I have a better recipe? Yes, I do. Okay, we're just out of that type of water. And I need to save up enough to turn in. Okay, so how do I recover from this? I think maybe we just lose a couple harpies. We're not going to make it through the storm. Now everybody's angry. Alright, we lost a harpy. Alright, it was just one harpy. We could live with that. Guild catalog sounds good. I like the idea. Alright, I think I am going to pull these guys out of here. I just need more people doing all these other things. Come on, get done with this so I can put this house down. Okay, drizzle water is starting to come in. Okay, I could go ahead and turn that in. Gives me some more amber, moves the needle a little bit. Take a look at this last order. Alright, both of these are things I should be able to do. The oil and the coats are both reasonable things. Alright, Trapper's Camp's got nothing nearby. Let's move you somewhere else. Not that I think food is going to be an issue now that we're going ham on the mushrooms. Can we get some people in here? Okay, skewers and jerky. We need wood, like bad. Yeah, it's not just about it's not just about trimming the trees to get to glades. I actually just need the wood. All right, food's not an issue anymore, so let's go ahead and just get some more people running around here. All right, we are using some storm water. I think fabric production should be a little higher because I need it for so many things. So let's go ahead and just prioritize that. Make sure that they're getting that done. Right, put some fox housing down. Put some lizard houses down. I think we already have a couple of those pending, so we can just kind of wait on those. But that can go there. And then we also need I don't think I built it, but we need a blight post. All right, what's going on over here? Mushrooms are up to 182. We've tripled it now. That also directly impacts insect production. All right, what do we got here? Got some amber to play with. We can do both of those. That's fine. All right, storm's coming. Go ahead and get some lizard boys in here. They love doing this stuff. Set it to 50. Alright, so why is your resolve so low? It's just the hostility, looming darkness, and hostility. So if we remove people from this, is it enough to get the hostility down? It is. For most of them, not all of them. Alright, skewer production is definitely a thing. We are making oil. At least we should be making oil. I don't think we have a way to make luxury goods. Let me just double check here. No packs of luxury goods. Packs of crops could be good though if we can get that. Yeah, vegetable production would be fine. We are getting a temple up and running, so that should give us some use for our incense and stuff. I am gonna go ahead and add some boys back into here just because I need the wood. All right, the housing's not quite complete, but all right, we are in the positive there. Good. All right, what do we still need? Treatment and brawling. I guess of these, well, I need flour, and it does give packs of luxury goods. It's not a great flour recipe, but it is a recipe. Yeah, look at the food spiral. I mean, it's a positive spiral. It's not a negative one, but so every time we make, these are 8 every time. And I think it's the number of times it's produced, not the amount that's produced, right? Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get this. I'm going to leave them out in the wild just to start building some of these buildings that need to be done. All right, we are in the positive again. All right, we are once again in the need of some additional fox housing. Okay, I do have enough people in here to start producing religion and education, which should make everybody a little bit happier. Herbalist camp's got nothing nearby. That's actually quite okay. I'm actually going to pull them out of there, and we'll put people in here instead. Make sure we are constantly chipping away at the woods. Maybe we could tap into one more glade. We're almost to enough rainwater being used, but now we have a way to make luxury goods. Once this is built, that is. Did we ever get more stone production? Feel like that hasn't happened. All right, let's try to get a couple more bricks because we seem to have a current shortage on them. All right, Trapper's Cap's got nothing nearby. I guess we'll go over here. All right, what do we want to sell? I need the oil, but I can't really sell that. The tea's okay. I'm not going to use the copper ore for anything. That can be sold. Most of this can be sold. I could sell a coat or 2. All right, I guess we could lower hostility. Not the worst thing in the world. All right, well, this is using storm water, right? Yes, you're using storm water. You can use storm water. Just so we could try to move that along the power of the storm. That's quite a mood swing, like to go from the blue to nothing. All right, let's get a bathhouse down if we could fit it anywhere. I think that would help with the moods as well. All right, under the effect of biscuits, we are making biscuits. I think. Yes, we are. Well, we would be if we had anywhere that we were getting flour. Okay, so this is Fisherman's Cave. I think we got to go with the tools, right? And just try to hammer this out. Let's go ahead and turn that in. That's going to bump us closer. We almost have enough oil. I don't think I'm going to get around to doing these packs of crops. Well, somewhere around here, we're making luxury goods. All right, let's put some people in here. It's a 3-star oil recipe. Let's put that to 60. Put this to 60. Definitely can use mushrooms for flour. And then packs of luxury goods. I think we just use maybe the tea. Limit that to 20. That should get everything completed. There we go. So we've done our first fox settlement. Very nice. Got ourselves some food, some machinery. That went really well overall. Anytime you can get that fungal guide and make mushrooms work, that just, it scales so out of control. Great. So thank you for watching. If you liked the video, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel to see more content in the future, and we'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.